Hey, I'm ElusiveKev. Welcome back to V Rally 4. That is correct. We've got one final car we have got to show off from V Rally 4, as this got added earlier this month, and it's the Volkswagen IDR Pikes edition. If you don't know what it is a beast. It's equipped with two electric motors that develop 500 kilowatts of power. That's 680 horsepower. A braking energy recovery system has been designed specifically for this vehicle. Designed to break records, and that's what it did. But going under the 8-minute mark, it broke the mythical all-catches record over the 20 kilometers of Pikes Peak by more than 16 seconds. Yes, Sebastian Loeb is no longer the king of the race to the clouds. Instead, it is Roman Damar in this vehicle from last year. It was actually designed just to beat the electric record, which was set by, I believe it's Reese Mullin in 2016 in the Drive EO PP 100, and that was 8:57. This did it in 7:57.148. Absolutely incredible vehicle, and it actually began testing this weekend for its attempt at breaking the record around the North Cypher, which the Porsche 919 Evo holds at the moment. I forget the time. Didn't do my research on that part, just researched the Pikes Peak part, but yeah, he is testing to break that record and be the fastest electric vehicle, at least around the North Cypher, and maybe break the outdoor record as well. So it is definitely a machine where you want to try out. It's a shame it's in V Rally 4 instead of, say, like R Factor 2, or went to, say, even like Gran Turismo Sport, because they have Pikes Peak, apparently, the rights to it. It'd be nice if they released this along with Pikes Peak, but that probably won't happen. So instead, we got it in V Rally 4, and as you can see, there are its stats. The acceleration 0 to 60 in 2.25 seconds. Absolutely incredible. And it weighs just over 1,000 kilograms. It is just a car that is incredible. Just to listen to the sound as well. You think electric cars sound awful? Listen to this thing. Watch its Pikes Peak lap as well. They released, I think they had the onboard, or at least a mixture of camera angles for its run up the mountain. Got to watch that. Is always watch at least the winning lap time of every kind of hill climb from Pikes Peak, because they released it on the official channel in like a couple of weeks after the event. Definitely watch that lap. It is amazing. And let's try out this car then. So we are then in the IDR Pikes Peak edition in our Volkswagen. Part of the Volkswagen ID kind of ecosystem. A kind of electric division for electric cars. Purpose-built electric cars as well. They've got quite a few prototypes. There are quite a few cars coming out, such as a hatchback this year from Volkswagen. And of course, this is the prototype, that division. And this car is incredibly quick. Can't even brake for corners, God's sake. Maybe a bit rusty. You get great feedback to the controller of this thing accelerating or through the tyres, which I can't say about all the vehicles. Are you ready for? I'm trying to keep up with this thing. It's very difficult. I don't know how Roman Damar did it. You'll see on his lap as well, he has a couple of moments. If you do watch it, I might link it down below. But it's just amazing, the speed. Doesn't even look like an occasion. Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. And as I said, they're trying to develop this now to go around an actual road course. Go around the North Cypher and break Porsche's record, which was set on their farewell tour. 919 Evo, just, it was last year, wasn't it? All the years seem to be blending together, but I think it was last year. So I'm very interested to see if this will beat it. Can't remember if they're aiming to do it this year or next year, the attempt. I think it's this summer they're trying to do it, so they want to keep an eye on that, and I'll definitely be hoping they have more of that, more records they want to break with this car. So that's a bit wide. That's around Romania, if you didn't guess. We had to go around the longest circuit, but I think we'd go to Mount Rainier as well. That's got a bit of speed. That would probably really showcase this thing, rather than me crashing into walls at 10 miles per hour. Yeah, it's just a shame this actually isn't in a sim. Like, Video 4 is just going to be for fun. They also released another car as well, apart from this this month, the Citroen, I think it's DS3 in Rallycross, which is pretty decent as well. As you would expect from DLC vehicles, they're always kind of the best cars to have. It's almost like they want you to buy them. It's incredible. But this car was kind of released separately, same with the Citroen. They cost, I think, £3 by themselves. I got like the special edition when this came out, so I got this for free. And I think it is part of their kind of release scheduled DLC. They've had one car pack ahead of time for this game. Then they've been releasing odd cars like this and the Citroen and the Ford GT as well. Or Extreme Carner. So maybe we've got a rally car coming out soon. No, they've had a couple of Extreme Carner cars, I think. Because I had a Ford Mustang as well released in like November last year too, as part of that pack. So part of like the turbocharger pack. So I'm not sure what Clearton are doing, to be honest. Of course, they're concentrating WRC8 coming out in October, I think it is. I already forget. It's right at the beginning of October or September. Well, it's coming out this autumn. That's all I can remember. I can't wait for that. Even though we've got Dirt Rally 2.0 that's come out, which is incredible as well. Really am enjoying that. Because WRC8 would be a bit of a different experience, and this they really do sort out the kind of handling with wheels. As I guess we're not meant to end up in there. Oh no, the parking sign! I've taken out the parking sign. Yeah, Killaton, a bit like Milestone used to be with their old rally games, a bit terrible on wheel support. So if they improved that, Codemaster really stepped up with that. It seems like with the Rally 2.0 as well. So I don't want to be left behind, Killaton. I actually want people to play WRC games. I mean, WRC7 was fantastic fun, no doubt, but if you're making a rally game, you got to make it kind of more realistic now. Can't we have an arcade title? Unless it's as fun and as good as the old V-Rally games. I mean, V-Rally 4 was decent, but it's just a... like that, basically. It's just a tide over until WRC 8 comes out from Killaton. As we make it to the end of the stage in just about one piece. Hopefully I've demonstrated how good this car is at crashing and how quick it is though. And difficult it is to keep up with it. As well as we're 19th, no surprise there. We're less than 10 seconds off first though. Considering how much we crashed, I'll take that. So we go then. Straight off with some more speed. Mount Rainier in America. Which is kind of Kirtan's version of Pikes Peak. Here's Mount Rainier, another kind of mountainous road in America. Actually not that far away from what I can tell. Pikes Peak actually. Pikes Peak in Colorado, isn't it? Mount Rainier in, I think, Washington, isn't it? It's all a bit wide. In the northwest. And you should be able to show this car off a bit better as well, with some higher speed stuff around it to really show how good it is around corners and crashing. I'm a bit rusty, I admit, at Rally 4. I never used to crash around my Mania, and I did it, what, 2 or 3 times? Already done it around here, but there's the usual. Look at this sunset on the blind us. I have no confidence with this car through the corners, because I'm aware we're going quicker than I feel, and so I'm always going to end up wide like that if I'm a bit too aggressive, a bit too confident. Got to be a bit more measured. It's a bit like driving a Group B rally car and say Dirt Rally 2.0 or Dirt Rally. Oh, Richard Burns, modded version. But it's great fun having this in a game, even if it is, as I said, an arcade game like the Rally 4. At least it's somewhere. And you get to try it out. Unfortunately, not round Pikes Peak. Well, I said, great idea for Gran Turismo, maybe. Well, you know you want to, Polyphony. Have this on Pikes Peak. Introduce Pikes Peak in the game with this car. Be brilliant. Well, it does fit in well with this roster of hill climb cars that they have in Rally 4. They are mostly electric vehicles. We've got the Mitsubishi, got the Suzuki, not quite electric. We've got the Paris as well, then the Norma, which Roman Damar previously drove to victory around Pikes Peak, and I want to say 2015 and 2017. And of course he won in 2018. Like, he really is building a reputation up there. The old Roman Damar. Of course he's won the World Endurance Championship and the Mon as well with Porsche, so pretty handy driver. These some prototypes. Still very handy in GTs though. I've been very cautious now into these corners. You see we've gone off a couple of times. So once again, backing up the car wants to get away. We'll try and get the power down. Well, I say gets away. Just accelerating too early, too much. Clipping some dirt. Now this is a proper prototype. You don't want to be hitting, go off track like that. I saw the crowd loved that, me taking down some foam blocks there. There we go, here comes the power. Here we go in light speed. Don't worry, we made it. Crash landing. We're still around. Still survived it just about. Man, that was incredible though. You know, so that seems to be the legacy of Pikes Peak at the moment, having quite a lot of electric vehicles pop up and win overall. You know, I talked about Reese Mullen winning. He was the first one back in 2015 to set the electric record and win it overall with an electric vehicle. And I win it all the damn time, these electric vehicles at Pikes Peak. As you can see the finish in front. So yeah, exciting to see what 2019 brings for Pikes Peak. Excited for the development of electric racing as well. They're all like this, these vehicles. Got a bright future ahead. Unlike Formula E as well, which is fantastic this year. So we win by over 10 seconds. There we go. Normality restored despite a couple of mistakes. But that is the Volkswagen idea. I'm not going to drive around China. I absolutely hate China. I'm terrible around there. Even worse than you saw in this video. But I thought I'd show off what I think is one of the most impressive vehicles in recent years in motorsport. And as I said, I can't wait to see what it does around the North Shire. If it does break the record, which I believe is later this year, they're going to attempt it. But they have just begun testing for that this weekend. They began it today. Saturday I'm recording this, but going out tomorrow this video. So that is be ready for perhaps the final time, unless they release more awesome DLC cars like this. Like that car was fun to drive, just a bit too hot to handle for me in my rusty state in this game. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.